tactic, and one text from Xavier asking if we could talk sometime. Left him on red, not ready for that conversation yet. Tuesday. I finally tackled item number 3 and applied for that digital marketing certificate I've been considering for ages. Derek always said it was a waste of money since I already have a stable job. Took me 43 minutes to fill out the application, another 20 to write the short personal statement, and about 3 seconds to hit submit before I could overthink it. Had a mini panic attack immediately after, wondering if I was making a huge mistake. Called my mom, who talked me down in her usual way. Half encouragement, half, I don't understand why you're complicating your life, but I support you anyway. Wednesday was when things got intense. I was at the grocery store when my phone started blowing up with texts from Amara. Call me now. Derek is on Instagram Live. He's talking about you. It's bad. I abandoned my cart in the middle of the cereal aisle, sorry, underpaid grocery store workers, and ran to my car to watch the train wreck. Sure enough, there was Derek, clearly drunk at 2 p.m. on a Wednesday, red-faced and slurring, talking directly to the camera about how he'd lost the love of his life and didn't know how to go on. The comments were rolling in fast, mostly people telling him to get help or turn off the live, but he just kept going, reading some comments aloud and ignoring others. Then he said something that made my blood freeze. I know she's watching this. Eliana, I'm coming over tonight. We need to talk this out. I'm not taking no for an answer anymore. I immediately called Amara in full panic mode. She offered to come stay with me, but I ended up calling my brother Miguel instead. He's closer to my apartment and, frankly, more intimidating if Derek actually showed up. Miguel arrived at 5:30 p.m. with his girlfriend Tanya and enough overnight stuff for a week. Told me not to argue, they were staying until this dude gets the message. Made himself at home on my couch, connected his Nintendo Switch to my TV, and proceeded to act like this was all totally normal. By 8 p.m., I'd almost convinced myself Derek's threat was just drunk talk. By 9 p.m., I was starting to relax. By 9:47 p.m., the doorbell rang. Miguel answered while Tanya and I stood back. I could hear Derek's voice, slurred and emotional, demanding to see me. Miguel's responses were low and calm. I couldn't make out the words, but the tone was clear. After about 5 minutes, I heard my door close. Miguel came back looking annoyed but calm, said Derek had finally left after Miguel convinced him this wasn't a good time. Understatement of the year. Also mentioned that Derek looked rough and smelled like he'd bathed in Jack Daniels. I slept terribly that night, jumping at every sound outside my window. Kept thinking about how different things were just 5 weeks ago, when I still believed Derek was the one, when I still thought I knew him. Thursday morning, I woke up to a text from a number I didn't recognize. This is Derek's mom. I'm worried about him and don't know what to do. He won't eat, barely sleeps, lost his job yesterday for showing up drunk. I know you don't owe him anything, but please call me. Talk about emotional manipulation. She'd always done this. Treated Derek like he couldn't possibly handle consequences, swooping in to fix everything. One of many red flags I'd ignored. I showed the text to Miguel, who advised ignoring it. But something about it bothered me all day. Not guilt exactly, but a nagging feeling that this situation was spiraling